Right.
Day ready?
I hate it. Go with the regular, if they do, then you. All right. All right, it's 6:30, so I'm gonna call the March 2026 regular board meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag
Of the
United States of America.
and to the republic which stands
one nation under God, indivisible,
with
with
liberty.
liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're gonna start tonight with honors and presentations. High school student spotlight, Dr. Looney.
Ms. Geary. Thank you for having me tonight. I get to talk about three outstanding seniors tonight. We're all going to the best school in the state of Missouri, Mizzou. So we're excited to share it with you guys. Weston, come on up. Our very important person awards, we do three different categories. We do academics, character, and activities. We're gonna honor Weston for his academic work tonight. Weston is a senior with a 4.25 weighted GPA. Throughout high school, Weston has challenged himself by taking a rigorous academic course load. This year as a senior, he hasn't changed at all. At a time when many students want to take a lighter load and maybe cruise into the senior year, he decided that he's going to take his AP and dual credit courses as well. He's also been a great student and ambassador for us. He served as a volunteer for some different organizations throughout high school. He's been part of the VPHS golf team for the past 3 years. After graduation, as I mentioned earlier, he plans to attend Mizzou, study political science with an emphasis in pre-law. Thanks for all you've done, Weston. Our next senior, we're going to talk about his character, and Owen Royale is next door at the basketball banquet tonight, so we'll brag on him for a little bit and just kind of make sure we tell him as he's getting honored over there as well tonight. So Owen is a senior. He has a 3.823 weighted GPA. Throughout high school, Owen has been involved in multiple sports and activities. He's played basketball, baseball, and golf, and participated in the Activities Council, Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy, Quiz Bowl, and the Best Buddies program. Owen has consistently displayed positive sportsmanship, leadership, and mentorship, and genuine kindness toward his classmates. After graduation, Owen plans to attend Mizzou as well. He's undecided so far with his major. So congratulations, Owen. And our last VIP student we'll honor tonight is Dylan. We're honoring Dylan for all of his activities he's in. So Dylan is also an amazing senior with a 4.576 weighted GPA. Throughout high school, Dylan has maintained involvement in sports and activities while pursuing rigorous academic course load. He's been part of the baseball team, Scholar Bowl, Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy, esports program. This year, he's continuing with multiple AP and college level courses. He's a tremendous example of what a student activity athlete truly looks like. And he sets the tone for his teammates and classmates to follow. After graduation, he plans to go to Mizzou to major in political science. Thanks for having me. The VIP students get picture time.
Okay. Next, we have Dean Rawls for athletes and activities of the month.
No, Mr. Rose, go ahead.
Well, thank you. Thank you for awesome. Thanks for having me. We're gonna do something a little different today. Can I get all of our unified athletes? Let's just stand up because I don't know if we're all jumping. Can you guys all stand up? All of our unified athletes. First off, you guys can have a seat. If you like. This is a really small group. The original list was over 30. So we had to narrow that down. I didn't think we'd have room. And Unified Athletes is a little different. So Unified Special Olympics is an organization that promotes teamwork and breaks down barriers through integrated unified sports activities and competitions. Here at Valley Park, students through the Best Buddies Club have joined together as partners for a variety of sports and activities, including the Special Olympics training sessions, games at the Best Buddies monthly events, and opportunities to attend district sporting games as a group. Students have had the opportunity to play as partners. They did a bowling competition earlier in the year. Here in a little bit in the spring, they're also going to do a cornhole tournament. The big thing that changes with unified sports is every player has to have a role and has to be able to contribute to the team's success. So it says here, like, partners are teammates and mentors, not just helpers. So it's a true teamwork atmosphere. And they also help as coaches on the field. It's an opportunity that's opened up students to developing real friendships, learning valuable social skills, and has fostered inclusivity in our district. So thank you to everyone that's been involved. Ms. Dorr, Ms. Bach have done a great job getting us started. It's been awesome to see, and it's the Best Buddies Club. Every time they have a meeting, it gets bigger and bigger. So thank you to all of you, and congratulations. You want to
The
take?
group of the athletes out for full second or full cycle out second for both of these.
All right. Here goes. Some celebrations. This is a pretty cool time of the year. Boys Basketball District Championship, first time in 24 years, so first time since 2002. They were finally able to get together. It's kind of chaos going into spring break and then coming back. So finally, we were able to find a day where we didn't have baseball or something. They're over there celebrating right now. Coach Jarvis is probably still fun. So, if you guys have ever sat with Coach Jarvis, but no, that was awesome. That's something I said over there. Just to be honest, somebody that's been here, that's never really been something when basketball season starts. Like, oh, we can win our district championship. It was really cool this year to see them set that goal and work really hard towards it and then achieve. And the team we lost to went and got second in state, so nothing to hang our heads out there. Our spring sports participation is way up. I think we're at 19 members of our track team, 23 for girls soccer, 21 now for baseball. Golf is at 8 or 9. I can't remember the exact number. So our numbers are way up. Sometimes in the spring, we see a little bit of the senioritis start to kick in where some of our seniors don't like to participate. That hasn't happened at all. So numbers have been awesome. Baseball, if you went or heard this weekend kicked off, felt like we were playing in the middle of July. I got fried sitting out there. Girls soccer started today. They lost 2-0, but they've shown great improvement already. And I told the coach that when I was walking, left at halftime. I said it's been great seeing them improve. So really excited about spring sports. I think we have a really great group of kids and coaches, and it should be a fun year. And then one of our seniors, Moxie Hill, has committed to play ice hockey at Lake Superior State University. If you don't know where it's at, I had to look. It is legitimately on the border. She was supposed to visit on Saturday when we were sitting at baseball. It was 92. They got 4 feet of snow. So I asked her, I go, you sure you want to go? She's all about it. So she's heading up there, but that's really cool for, I know she has worked at that forever. So really cool to see her get that. And then looking ahead, this weekend we have the mini prom. Our CTSOs hosting that. Our PTO bingo is April 10th at Andres West. And then a cool thing we're going to bring back, we've done this a few times. Our baseball team on April 15th is going to play St. Pius and Sauget at the Grizzlies minor league stadium. So there's going to be information coming out about that. That's a really cool opportunity. We've done it off and on. I know I actually played when I was here in 2007. It is a cool thing. So we're going to play St. Pius that night. again, that'll start coming out, but I expect pretty good turnout. It'll be a great time, so. Yeah, it's just a cool time of year, like I said, running around a little bit like crazy, but it's cool to see everyone getting involved and getting outside. So, anything for me? Any questions? Awesome. All right, thank you.
Awesome. Good job.
And we'll have Dr. Looning give us the high school board update.
You can see me again. It doesn't seem that long ago that December was here. So it's a blink of an eye and we're here. We're going to blink and we'll be at the end of the school year. So excited to walk through some of our celebrations, our challenges, our commitments, and what we're looking forward to end the year's prom. So start out with the really cool, fun stuff. Coach Rawls mentioned the boys basketball district championships. Very cool. We thank the coaches, players, the fans. It was a pretty amazing season, and just came up a little bit short against Miller. Our FCCLA Star Events team, and this is made up of all freshmen, which I think is really cool, earned a silver rating at the State Leadership Conference for their work promoting our care closet. So our care closet is a place that students can get some clothes and some items, some items to help them at home. So it's really cool. These folks did a great job and earned a silver medal at the state competition. So very proud of them, and they're all freshmen, so we'll continue to grow that program. We just learned yesterday, our student council received the Missouri Honors Council Gold Award. We're one of only 81 schools in the state of Missouri to receive this award. Our HOSA club, just fresh off to the last couple of days, we had 6 students medal at the State Leadership Council. These students will compete at the National Leadership Conference in June in Indianapolis. So another great opportunity for our kids to show what they do. Our Quiz Bowl team qualified for the Small School National Championships in Chicago. We had several of our FBLA students advance to state competition with top finishes in multiple categories. So it's kind of cool. I know Coach Rawls gets to talk more about the athletic part of it. I get to talk more about kind of our clubs and CTSOs, that the progress they're making and the amazing progress, because really most of these are about 2 or 3 years old. So it's really neat to see the progress they've made. Next thing I'd like to talk about is kind of our post-secondary readiness. You know that a key priority for the high school is making sure that each of our students has a clear post-secondary path when they leave us. So some of the ways we do that is through our courses and our opportunities. Right now, we currently have 23 students attending South County Technical High School. We have 28 accepted for next year, so it's a great number. 58 of our students are taking AP courses, and over 100 dual credit courses are being taken at the high school right now. We have 3 students that are currently enrolled at St. Louis Community College in their full-time program and should be able to leave high school with an associate's degree. Pretty awesome opportunity for those guys. We've had 22 colleges and universities. We've had multiple technical schools and all branches of the military come and have the recruiters visit us. So they visit us in the Student Success Center. Mr. Stock, our MCSAC advisor, chases our kids down and makes sure they get to hear he's great about knowing if students have an interest in these type of schools. He goes and grabs them. He chases them down at win time. They don't get away from them. So it's very cool. Something really excited to talk about. We have our first 2 students who've been accepted to the Registered Youth Apprenticeship Accelerator Program. This is a first opportunity into true internships. They will actually do a kind of a big 2-day work on your resume, learn how to interview, those type of things. And then in May, they'll go and do some interviews with some companies who can choose, and our kids can look to see what company fits them the best to decide if they want to work for them next school year in hopefully a paid internship. So pretty exciting opportunity for those kids. Highlight some of our senior stuff. Oh my gosh. It's hard to believe we're here already, but as of March 12th, I did the math with Brendan, and the class of 2026 already has earned over $2 million in scholarships. Our 60 seniors, 37 have applied to at least one post-secondary institution, 19 have applied to 3 or more, and 29 have completed the FAFSA, which is a big number for us. We're usually behind on that, so it's very neat to see the progress we're making there. Of course, this indicates that our kids are thinking about their post-secondary plans and are serious about it. I'd share a little bit about our climate and culture. You guys know I've bragged about it, and I'm so proud of our kids, our staff, but our 98.5 APR score. So we did an activity I did an activity with staff at our January staff meeting. We talked a little bit about what led to that success and kind of did an activity around it. I'm talking small groups, share out, those type of things. What kept coming back was it wasn't one thing. and you guys know we've had a lot of initiatives since I've been here. It was a bunch of things that have come together, and I'll talk about a few of them that they kind of brought up. And what stood out was win time. Talked about the difference that made in the kind of the culture and climate of the school. Our professional learning communities, the time they get to really meet and talk about what standards we're meeting, looking at assessments, those type of things. Our advisory structures continue to develop, and we've done a better job, I think, with that. The academic supports, including win time, where students have the opportunity to go see teachers, as well as our academic lab program. That seems to be being a major area where our students get some really small group reteaching, and our teachers get a lot of time with kids who need some extra help. And then just expanded opportunities during the school day as well as after school. We have all the new clubs we talked about a little bit earlier, as well as the new courses, and I'll talk a little bit more about some new courses later. But then the last takeaway was that the growth was not from these type of things. It's kind of all of them together, but it's the consistency and the intentionality and the work over time. And then what that has done is kind of bled into what our students are learning and achieving. We're helping our higher level students push further, and we're helping our kids who are kind of in the middle move up. And then our kids who are strugglers, we're helping them reach different goals too. So it's been really excited to kind of see that. And what I liked about it is that came from the staff. But I'm telling you, it came from our staff. That wasn't from me. So again, that was really cool stuff. Lastly, I'll talk about the construction progress. We're utilizing the new science labs, the industrial tech space, and the fact spaces now. Our kids are getting different and more hands-on real world learning opportunities in those spaces. I can't wait to share those with you guys next fall once everything's completed, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Some of the challenges, and this is always a goal of mine, especially in our community. When you have a student body our size and we know all of our kids, we should be able to meet the needs of all students. And we're doing a good job. We have a lot of systems in place to help individual students achieve. We have different structures and organizations that help make sure that our kids are getting what they need, but we're still not hitting every student, and we're going to, and until we do, I don't know if that's a realistic goal or not, but until we do, we're going to continue to push for that. So we know it's a challenge, but we continue to develop systems, including our grade level team meetings this year, that our grade level teams meet once a month to talk about individual students and talk about the success and maybe the challenges they're having as well. Another area is continue to build our math and reading proficiency for all students. Our goal is for every student to perform at or above the 40th percentile on our NWA tests in math and reading. Currently, we have 45 students below that benchmark. They take one in the fall, take it in the winter, and then they take it in the spring. To address these 45 students, we've implemented that they are assigned to academic lab time with their math and English teachers. We use targeted small group instruction and individualized support to hopefully help them get to above the 40th percentile mark in the spring testing window. And lastly, post-secondary readiness. We've expanded our AP offerings, our dual credit offerings, and our career exposure opportunities. But we know there's a lot more to do, and you guys have heard me talk about it. Internships and externships are our next big step. So we really want to make sure all of our kids have that pathway when they get out of here. I don't know how much was shared, but we have visited other school districts. We've gone to 2 different conferences now to kind of learn more about this and how we can implement it in our schools. And we're excited about it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to get there, though. Commitments. Scheduling, right in the middle of scheduling for 26-27. It's hard to believe, but we are here. We're really working, making sure that we're building a schedule that fits our post-secondary readiness for our students, but also hits their personal interests as well. With that being said, we're constantly looking at courses that kids might want to take. We're going to introduce 5 new ones to see if the students register for them. And I'm happy to say we've already have 22 students in who have requested the small engines class that Mr. Dovich is going to teach. And I'll put a plug in for them. If you have an old lawnmower in your garage, it's not being in use, please drop it by sometime. We'll be glad to use that for our small engine class. We didn't expect 22 students to sign up on the first year, so very cool thing. We're introducing our Project Lead the Way cybersecurity class. We know that's a major market that our students can get into. Our science classes, we're introducing sports medicine and environmental science. And Miss Allison Hungate Wood is starting a dual credit music appreciation class. So I think some college credit for our students who are really interested in music. I can tell you with our scheduling, Dr. Cook has met individually with all 10th and 11th grade students. He's met in small groups with our ninth grade students, and next week he gets to meet the 8th graders. These meetings ensure that Dr. Cook can really explain what courses they should be thinking about for their post-secondary plans, what their interest surveys tell them that they should be interested in, and then really talk to them about what classes they should request that will help them reach those goals. So we're excited about him being able to meet individually with the students. The first time we've done it that way, we've usually done a kind of bigger group. So it's been nice to have that. One back. Okay. Then talking a little bit about our new spaces, just a little bit more on that. Just thank you guys and thank the community for passing Prop B. We now have incredible learning spaces that are already enhancing instruction. I can't wait to see what happens when the whole building is complete, the whole campus is complete. And just know that we're committed to helping our teachers continue to maximize those learning spaces to help our students have those real world learning opportunities. Some of the different things that we can offer that we weren't able to previously. So again, super excited about that. Thank you guys again. And then continued improvement. I hope you heard me say earlier, I'm never satisfied, and I know our staff isn't satisfied. We continue to talk about how we continue to improve. So we know we've made a lot of progress, and we're really proud of the progress we've made, but education in the world is evolving. We will have to continue to learn, adapt, and make sure we are giving our kids the best opportunity to be successful when they leave us. We are hoping, and we're seeing that our students are kind of seeing this. And we want them to kind of understand that the way the world's going, what is out there for them that can help them be successful when they leave us. So again, hopefully it's filtering all the way down to our students. Looking ahead, lots of stuff in the spring. You guys know how quickly it's going to come and go. So spring sports, as Mr. Rawls talked about, is already hot and heavy moving on, and it is nice to be outside watching the games in some nice weather. We're entering our big testing window. So April 7th, we have our ACT testing day. We kind of end of April, we hit our end of course exams. Start of May, we start our AP testing, and then final exams will be there right before we know it. Pretty exciting that senior events are coming around. I'll hit that a second. We have on April 7th as well in the evening. Hope you can all attend the academic and EF awards banquet. We have some great things to offer, and we're up to 32 scholarships through the BPEF Foundation. So it's really cool how amazing this community has rallied behind our kids. We also then, as we start recognizing our seniors, we have prom on April 3rd. So that's coming up a week from Friday. We'll have senior decision day on May the 7th. We'll have the senior assembly May 8th, and then the student council Olympics and our last PEP assembly in that afternoon. And graduation's May 15th already. So here we go. Also, certainly looking forward to the new facilities. I love seeing that outdoor seating area. I can't wait for our kids to access it. And on days like today, you're like, gosh, I know they're out there wishing they could be out there too. So, so excited about that to be completed in 26, 27. And I know we've had some very informal conversations about how we share that with you guys, and we share that with the community as well, as to see what the tax dollars have gone through, because it's been pretty impressive what we've been able to do and how we transformed this campus. As always, our theme for this year is Together We Elevate, and we're going to continue to live that theme. So thank you guys for letting me share the cool stuff that's happening in some of the areas that we continue to look to improve on. What questions do you have for me?
No question. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah. Have a good night.
All right, next we have teaching and learning report, Dr. Brown.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, whoa.
Starting my timer. You know how I like to be quick. It's teaching and learning. Is very excited to talk with you tonight. We're really focusing this quarter on how we support our educators. So the multiple support systems we have in the district to support teachers so that they can do all the great things that Dr. Looning just shared with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to highlight a little bit about curriculum development. So as you know, one of the greatest ways we can support teachers is to provide them with a viable curriculum that they find to be effective for students. So we have rewritten, I shouldn't even say rewritten, we have written 8 subject areas of new curriculum in the past 4 years. That's all of our core content areas. And we have our electives that will start their writing process next year. Writing process is a 3-year process. So it begins with teachers spending a year researching and learning about current best practices and different kinds of materials and resources and things we want to try. We go on site visits, we meet together, we do a lot of PD. Then we spend an entire year just writing curriculum. That's taking all of our learning standards that the state provides for us, aligning them to all of our units of instruction, creating learning targets, writing proficiency scales, creating success criteria. So it's a very long process. And then in the 3rd year, we're picking resources, implementing with new resources, and really kind of fine tuning those proficiency scales. So it's a lot of work. It's a huge process. 53 of our certified teachers have participated in curriculum writing up to this point. That's over 70% of our certified staff. So one of the things that is nice on the teaching and learning side is in Valley Park, we're so small that if you teach it, you probably are going to write it, which is really wonderful. For the teachers, maybe not as much because you don't really have a choice. You have to write your own curriculum, but they get to be very involved in the process. That allows us to better understand what they need and what supports they want from us. We've gone on 17 site visits this year alone, just on curriculum research. And we've developed, I put infinity because we have literally developed countless numbers of proficiency scales and success criteria. Proficiency scales and success criteria are how our teachers communicate to students what the goals are and how to get there. So if we say a learning target is to be able to identify the main idea in a text, then the proficiency scale actually outlines for the kids, like, what do you need to do first? What do you need to do second? What does grade level look like? And then what does above grade level look like? So it helps us to align goals with our students, but also helps us ensure that our assessments are aligned to the standards. So just meeting that rigor level that the assessment intended. So that's kind of a little bit about curriculum development. Next, I'll talk about professional development. So one of the ways that we best support our teachers is to allow them to grow in the areas they are interested in, as well as the areas that the state tells us we're interested in. So professional development is done in a variety of ways. This year, all teachers participated in a PD pathway. That was something that they chose based on their interests as well as what we were offering. And they were able to learn every PD day for half the day in that pathway. So one of the things we know that works best is when you can sustain your learning over time versus like a one and done, go to one workshop and then never talk about it again. So they had 5 sessions on the same topic. And this is the feedback from those sessions. This is the highest feedback I've ever seen. And I have been in this area for 17 years just in teaching and learning. I've never seen this kind of feedback. Our goal is always 80%. So we kind of hit that mark by a lot. But I think one of the things I really want to point out to you, and I always point out every year, is how important it is that we're really recognizing adult learning principles. So just because we're teachers doesn't mean we learn just like students. Adults have different learning principles and things that they need to ensure that professional learning is meaningful for them. And that was our highest rated actually area that we asked for feedback on. So PD, we're really trying to make sure that we're listening to our teachers and what they're saying that they need and giving them those high quality opportunities. The other thing that we always want to do is provide teachers with opportunities outside of the district. So we have a process that we put in place a few years ago where teachers can request to participate in conferences, whether that's local conferences, workshops, state conferences, national conferences. We are very, very fiscally responsible when it comes to our title funding. So we get federal funds to support professional learning so that we can send teachers to workshops and conferences and things that they're interested in. We also try to do site visits as much as possible. They're like the cheapest form of PD on the planet because you're going to visit schools and talk to educators who are currently doing the work rather than paying a really expensive conference fee. So we do a lot of that. And our teachers are really good about finding opportunities that they're interested in and then asking for that permission and that support to be able to go attend that. Additionally, we have tons of teachers who present. So our teachers are really stepping up and sharing with other educators in the state as well as nationally to share the things that they're doing. And we always want to support them. So you can kind of see the numbers here. Over 20 of our teachers, and again, that's a huge percentage of our certified staff attended a state or a national conference. Many attended area conferences. Like I had mentioned, we went on countless site visits. I didn't even count the site visits that our curriculum research team did, I only counted them if it was outside of a PD day. So you could triple that number if you wanted to. So we just have a lot of really good, strong teachers willing to go out and learn more and share what they know with others. And that's what we want to be doing as educators. As you know, we have an outstanding instructional coach this year. Lauren Fay is in her second year in instructional coach, and we're adding a second. We're doubling the amount of coaching we have in our district next year. We're very, very excited about that because when we talk a lot about tier 1 instruction, what we're talking about is that instruction that every student gets in the classroom. And we know that is the #1 factor in student achievement is tier 1 instruction. So what that means is we have to be in the classrooms, in the trenches, supporting teachers. It's not enough just to write curriculum. It's not enough just to go to a PD. It's about how do we implement that work in the classroom? And then how do we also support teachers in real time when they are struggling with something or they need to learn something new or they want to try something new? That's what a coach does. So Lauren being on the front lines in classrooms, supporting PLCs, it's just been a tremendous way to support our teachers. I think if you talk to our teachers, they will tell you that they highly value Lauren, not just what she knows and what she brings to the table, but also her work ethic and her willing to just help out. So this is Lauren tracks what she does every day because Lauren really loves data. You guys, she loves it more than anybody I've ever seen. But she tracks everything that she does. And you can kind of see this year where she's been able to spend her time. We're really mindful of ensuring that we're spending the majority of our time with teachers. So whether that's district and school support, mentoring and coaching, our instructional coaches do all of our new teacher mentoring and support and coaching in that area, as well as a huge heavy emphasis on supporting our PLCs. And then one of the other ways that we support instruction in our district is through learning walks. So we do learning walks in a variety of ways. Learning walks is just a fancy way of saying visiting classrooms. And we do them in a lot of ways. Our principals all visit classrooms daily. We do administrative learning walks where the admin team goes and we visit classrooms. And then our district professional development committee, which is made up of teachers, also does quarterly learning walks where they're in classrooms looking at what are the things that we're seeing in the classroom from the PD we've done so far that seem to be working really well, or like what are some things we need to adjust so that we can support our teachers further. So these are kind of the areas that we focus on in our instructional learning walks. We're really looking at like alignment to our curriculum, alignment to the Missouri Learning Standards, high engagement strategies, things of that nature. So that's kind of what we always look for. And then just some highlights from this year. So we actually track this data. We look at how often do we see it. And then you can kind of see from March. So this includes like 4, I think, learning walks. We have had really high alignment to district curriculum, which is a lot because our teachers have had to implement new curriculum every year. So aligning to brand new curriculum is really difficult because you're learning it as you're going as well. So 90% of the time that we're in classrooms, we are seeing alignment to district curriculum. 80% of the time we're in classrooms, we're seeing the rigor level of the instruction and the student work aligning to the Missouri Learning Standards. And then 70% of the time we've been able to note really high student engagement strategies. One thing I always want to note about instructional learning walks is they're just like a moment in time. It doesn't tell you the whole picture. We're only in there for 5 minutes maybe. So it is not in any way the whole picture. Our administrators do a lot of evaluations and observations in support of our teachers in more depth. But this is just a way to do kind of like a quick sampling and know how we're doing, as well as like what could we do in teaching and learning to further support our teachers. So that's why we value those so much. We're really excited, Sharon. We've been kind of talking with you about this throughout the year, but we've been developing our Valley Park instructional framework for the past 2 years. So we have a team of 20 educators, teachers, and administrators in the district who applied to be a part of our instructional design team. And they thought it was 1 year, but it's been 2. They're so lucky. But we've been really working hard on defining what do we mean when we say Valley Park. Basically, when we talk about instruction in Valley Park, what are we talking about and what are we expecting to see and how do we support one another with those expectations? So this framework has 4 domains. You can kind of see the domains there. This is just the draft, but within all of these domains, there are components. And then within every component, there are evidence-based strategies. So the actual team of writers have been researching evidence-based strategies for the 2 years. Oh, no. Okay, I'm almost done. And they are aligning them to these domains. So if I am a teacher and I'm really working on instructional delivery, and let's say student engagement is an area I want to work on, they'll be able to go into the framework and find hundreds of strategies aligned to student engagement that are all evidence-based that they could use in their classroom that day. So we're really excited about the framework. All of our strategies include examples from teachers in the district. So we're doing amazing things here, and we want to highlight those things as well. So that's kind of coming next year will be our implementation year, and we'll do a lot of professional learning around our framework and supporting our teachers. This is just an example of all of the different things that are included in the framework, and it's color coded to match the domains. Because I mean, like, look at that. That's so pretty. So that's what we're working on there. That's all I have for you guys. Do you have any questions for me? I just want to note it's only 30 seconds over, so. All right, thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Okay, our next agenda item is approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve? I'll make a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye as well. Did Rich leave?
He lost me.
Oh, okay. Okay, the next item is public comments. We don't, you have anyone here for that today? No, okay.
No.
Moving on, next order is consent items of 5.01 and 5.02. I'll make a motion.
I'll
Okay, can I get a
second.
All right, I guess all those in favor say aye.
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 Passed. No action items for tonight. And then the last item, public comments, no public comments again. And so can I get a motion to adjourn? I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
So the roll call, Pete,
Aye.
Becky?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.